Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people. My name is Francine, and I'm here with my channel, The Hermetic Herald. I just needed to take some time to clear out the space and to clear out all of any negative energies. There's a lot of negative energy in the collective with a lot of people in this season, and it's been overwhelming almost sometimes, where I've taken time away to deal with the negativity, to deal with the issues that try to come through when I'm really trying to push through and tap into people's energies. So if you guys are feeling that, just know it's going to be okay. It's going to get better. I feel like nothing is too strong for you guys, especially when your mental space is pushing towards and looking towards what's the reality of the situation. You are in control more than you think or know, okay? When we see ourselves consistently and constantly as victims, it tends to affect how we see the world. And you guys are not victims anymore. Whatever was the past and the perceptions of the past, allow it to be that, but allow yourself to see yourself more as the victor, because I'm feeling just a lot of like power coming in for the collective. So we're going to be touching base. Just wanted to say that before I start. So if you're new, sometimes I do say things, whatever comes through for the collective, in addition to the reading. I'm here for a celebrity tarot reading for Jennie, for Blackpink's Jennie, I want to specify. So it's going to be really exciting. Let's see what's going on for Jennie, because we saw the Three of Cups. I'm seeing the Three of Cups here right now, and it's about celebration. Celebration is imminent for her. I feel like there's something that she's going to be celebrating big time soon. And we also saw the Emperor coming through, which I feel is tied to what I was saying earlier about taking control and power and feeling uplifted in situations that seem like they could drag you down. I feel like that's something that she's doing. She's allowing herself to be uplifted and to look forward to the good things that life has to offer her. So we're going to go into just a number of things. We're going to go into her career path. We're going to go into her love, if that comes through. And we're also going to go into some specific questions that I saw, because there were some questions from a lovely subscriber / viewer about her and G-Dragon, for instance. So we're going to touch base on that in this video. I want to make sure that I do timestamps more often, because this is going to be a longer one. But we're going to touch base with a number of things with Jennie. Let's get started. So Spirit team, please assist me in tapping into Jennie's energy. What information and insight can I gather from her? I'm hearing care. She cares a lot. She cares, and I'm hearing carries a lot. So she tends to carry and shoulder a lot of burdens. She's very fair. She's very sound with regards to seeing her benefits and seeing the blessings before her. I feel like she's very much aware and has clarity on her blessings. Not all celebrities feel that way. Some people feel that they have like a death sentence or that they have a curse because now they're in the public eye. I'm not feeling that for Jennie. I feel like she's aware of her benefits, and she's seeing how it assists her in some way. I'm seeing message in a bottle and serendipity. I was seeing the numbers 5 and 8 for her, so those are significant. 5 and 8 equal 13. I'm feeling like she's going through I'm hearing rough patch, but in Scorpio season, this season, it feels like she's going through some difficulties in order to clarify and to clear up anything that's been muddled or confusing for her. So there's been some confusion around her, but I feel like Jennie is she's clearly looking at what she needs to address. Message in a bottle, her experiences in life and her celebrity status. I feel like she's seeing things all the time. Messages from either people from afar, because she has such a big fan base, but also like just seeing messages in the situations around her. It's serendipitous. It was meant for her to feel and address these things. And I'm seeing therapy. So I'm not sure if she's addressing therapy right now, like looking at someone, a therapist, or is shifting therapists. Something about her addressing her mental state, having clarity though. So that's good. Spirit team. For Blackpink's Jennie, what is the overall energy for her in her career? What is the overall energy for her in her career? We have truth be told. She's seeing the truth about people in her surroundings. She's feeling Yeah, she's seeing things with whole new eyes. When you see this card here, number 14, number 14 is also, I believe, Hanged Man. I'm not sure. I'm just getting Hanged Man energy with this in the tarot. Hanged Man energy is deliberation. She's starting to see things in deliberation. Like when she allows herself to let something kind of sit for a whole day, for instance, when she lets herself sit on her contracts or sit on, I'm hearing sit on her throne, she's able to see things with a whole new light. Owls are nocturnal. I feel like she's seeing a lot of the things that are usually done in the dark. She's seeing it clearly now. And now when she opens up to those things in the dark, she's able to then, she has some openness to the truth of a situation. Sometimes you can figure out the truth of a situation and not be open to it and be very like doubtful. You might say to yourself, I don't believe that, that's not true. And then you start backtracking. It feels like she's open to the truth of a situation, no matter how difficult it may be, because the masks are no longer there and she's open to seeing things for what they are. So this includes seeing people for who they are, seeing her path for what it is. She's open to just the reality of the truth of the situation. We'll see what situations are coming through for her. But with regards to love, I'm also hearing detox. She's detoxing some things as well. With regards to love, let's see what the overall energy is for Jennie. Provocates Jennie. Please assist me, Spirit team of Jennie. Please assist me in understanding her energy and what she's dealing with. We have round and round. This is number 25. The number 25 is significant. Typically round and round is when you feel like you're in a consistent like loop. Things keep happening the same way and it's a very frustrating energy. So I'm feeling like she's feeling frustrated in love right now because she feels like she's not getting onto, I'm feeling like she sees that her situation in love is like a hamster wheel. She keeps going in the same direction, in the same place, and she ends up at the same conclusion. But that conclusion isn't closure for her. It's like she has to keep going. Once she gets to the end, right, and she recognizes something about her love life, she feels like she's being taken back around. Like she's not getting a conclusion, she's not getting an answer to something, and it's really, really, really bothering her. So what that answer is, we'll look into, but we have by the book, which means that she has some kind of standardized way of looking at love. And also I feel like life is being standardized to her, where she feels like she's not getting to really, it feels like the natural ebb and flow of love has not been the way she wants it. Typically things in love are not going the way that she wants it to go. It goes in a very natural, it's so interesting. You know when you're bored and tired of the same old, it's boring. Like to have someone who maybe is a homebody, for instance, someone who does the same thing every day, every night. Or when you're tired of someone who has a job that's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, she's tired of the day-to-day tasks of like a relationship. For something about her relationships currently, she feels like it's going in the normal course, but it's not actually like exciting. It's the same old circle, back and forth. Here we go, round and round. She's kind of tired and she's dizzy. I'm like getting she gets dizzy spells. Something about her dizzy spells is coming through. Like she's just feeling like overwhelmed and kind of underwhelmed. This is a weird energy. This means that she's just kind of feeling like done with the way things are always done. What that is, let's see. Unfinished symphony. Okay, this is clarifying that. Unfinished symphony. Something is not finished between her and someone else. I did a reading on Jennie a little bit ago, and I didn't even do a reading fully on her. I only did a reading on Taehyung, and then she came into the reading. Mind you, I don't know these two, and I just felt a connection between them regardless of whether we know they're dating or not. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not debating anyone. I just know that in the reading it mentioned that there was a connection, and I am going to stand on that. So I'm not really trying to argue. It's definitely a connection between these two, and I'm seeing unfinished symphony. So I just want to know if this is about someone else or if this is about Taehyung. We'll find out in this reading. So we're gonna make this about her, not about Taehyung, okay? But we're just gonna ask the question in love about this person, about Taehyung, for a little bit, not for the whole reading, okay? So unfinished symphony, something's not finished between her and someone else. She feels like it's going in circles, and she's also feeling like she wants to get out of the loop. She wants to get out of just the expectations that people place on her. Something like that is very important. She's feeling like more risky at this time because we have come to the edge, TikTok, and we have all that glitters. She's tired of the fake with regards to how people project themselves or act. She wants to do something different. She feels like a wild card, guys. I don't know, Jennie. Please confirm it in the comments if you feel like there's anything that you want to talk about. As long as it's respectful, I don't mind, okay? I'm so open. I don't know personally anything about Jennie, so I just want to make that clear to anyone. But I am getting this energy that she feels round and round with someone. Something just didn't, there was not closure with someone. And then with her career, she's feeling like there's a lot of truth, a lot of clarity coming through. So she's getting clarity in her career. It's just her love. Her love is feeling like a loop. It's feeling like a dead end right now. That can change, but we'll see. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's just move these a little bit further back. All right, let's get into it. So with career, spirit team, what would you like to say about Jennie's career path at this current moment in time? Let's get into it. Okay. What would you like to say about Jennie's career path in this specific moment in time? Okay. Wow. So let me just start off with this. She's not happy right now with something in her career. When the truth of situations come through, it doesn't always mean that it's going to be fun or exciting. So what I'm getting for her are 3 cards. The 9 of Swords, which is when you feel really worried, you feel really stuck in your head, you feel really tired. Something about her feeling tired, and I'm hearing abandoned, is coming through. She feels abandoned in a situation with career, and you guys would know better than me because I don't know, but she's feeling abandoned right now in this moment in time. Now, we have the Page of Swords, which is the energy of a contract. Typically, contracts are what the Page of Swords represents. Either that or some start of something, like a start of a contract, a start of something exciting, writing something, like getting something out and talking about something. She's feeling really stuck and tied up about some contract or about the thoughts of the contract, the thoughts of starting over. This person, right, has 9 swords with them. To see the page means she would have to relinquish 8 of them. Now, the 8 of Swords is about confusion. She would have to relinquish the confusion in order to start a new sector, I'm hearing sector, or to start a new contract. The 7 of Swords is here as well. She got a lot of swords. Out of 78 cards, she got 3 swords, which tells me it's all about communication and it's all about her contract. So she's feeling like she has to run away from a situation. She has to run away from the fear of a situation. When you have the 8 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, that tells me that she's running towards what makes her happy. And look at that, guys. The Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. She's moving towards a decision. She's making a decision that is best suited for her emotionally right now. So energetically, she's seeing the truth of a situation. It worries her. It makes her feel like she has to stay up and she has to figure this out. Figure this shit out is what I'm hearing. Her spirit team is very straightforward. And then moving into a new contract, she has to run away from something. Now, I want to see what the 7 of Swords is about and why it's here. So we have the 2 of Swords. She's running away from indecision. She's running away, from heartbreak, and she's running away to focus on her craft, to focus on what best deal she can receive. Because we have the 8 of Pentacles and we have the Page of Wands. She knows that she needs to move forward and move out of a situation here. Indecision is not her friend. No one really can say that indecision is your friend unless when you're indecisive, someone makes that decision for you. Sometimes there are people that have your best interest in heart and can take on a decision for you and you don't have to choose. But in this situation, she has to choose, and what's worrying her is that choice to make. Now, she can't really avoid it. She's trying to prevent disappointment because she doesn't want to disappoint someone. She has to though. So her attempts are there. What will be the result of her attempts? We have the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. She feels like she's severing ties with a friend, severing ties with a group of people that she's grown to love, a group of people that she cares about. Because when you see the Three of Pentacles in reverse, that means that there's like a disconnect, or there's like an unstable energy with family or friends specifically, or companions. The Knight of Wands means that it's held her over, it's stopped her from moving. Usually the Knight of Wands in reverse means that she's being held back. She feels held back from a connection, or feels held back if she decides to leave this. Really stuck energy is coming through. She's looking at her past and what she's achieved with the group. I feel like this is Blackpink and her looking at the group itself, seeing all of the insight and knowledge that she's learned, and she's trying to make sense out of this decision here. But I feel as though with the Three of Swords here and these two cards in reverse, it's telling me that she feels like she's going to lose more than she's going to gain if she leaves. She's at a crossroads right now. She feels like if she leaves, she can start new, but the downside of leaving and starting new is losing these connections here. Something about that is coming through. She needs balance desperately. What is the situation at hand, specifically in her career path, that she would like to bring up to us, Spirit Team? Spirit Team of Jennie, please help me and guide my hand in understanding, my hand and my mind in understanding this better. Okay. I just heard she's not a child anymore, and I feel like she feels imprisoned and she feels like a child in this, in some agreement that she used to be in. She does not like that. I'm getting toil and labor, mature woman, and child in reverse, and that's where I'm getting the energy of her feeling like she's not a child. She's like, I'm a woman. I have the right to work hard and to work hard on what I want to do. Imprisonment is at the bottom, main female and wealthy man. There's some wealthy man that she feels imprisoned to as well. And this is what's interesting, is the wealthy man is number 13, which is the Scorpio card. That's death. That's ending a cycle with this wealthy man here. And I feel like this is someone that she works with or has a contract with. That's coming through. Bottom of the deck here was high honor, despair, and thief. What she's worked so hard for, she's worried about losing it. She's worried about losing what she's worked so hard for so far. This came out in the last reading. She's holding back and trying to save her money. She's trying to save what she does have from the situation. But she's also harboring or holding on to... She's like trying to be this peacemaker where she's not trying to leave people without thinking. Like she's trying to like satisfy both people, like the people that she had a contract with, and satisfy her own self-worth, her own desires to move forward with this Page of Wands. She has the Lovers, the Temperance card, and the Four of Pentacles. She's trying to hold on to peace, trying to hold on to balance, trying to hold on to caring for people and making sure both sides are happy. But can you do that all the time? I don't think you can. I think she has to heal some really big, major parts of her desire to please people, to try to please the people that she had a contract with and her friends and the people that she feels like she might abandon for something else. And she also has to please herself. She has to come to a place of recognizing that fate and destiny. Sometimes you end up with people for a season, right? You can't please everyone. Sometimes you have to move out of something in order to learn lessons, to learn a lot of things, and to be successful. I feel like she's recognizing that she needs to be strong in her will, like with the Strength card coming out, and to say, you know what, I have to put my foot down. Leo energy, she has to put her foot down. Leos are notorious for being very like outspoken, boisterous, Not necessarily physically, but definitely with what they do. They express it in what they do, and she needs to be more determined to do that. Okay, there's something about that coming through. Like, she can't please everyone. And I feel like she's, with the moon and the 7 of Wands, she's trying to hold her ground. She's really trying to hold on to her emotions. I feel like she's getting really emotional at this time because she's feeling overwhelmed by everything. And when you're overwhelmed, you tend to like blow up. I feel like she's trying to maintain balance. She's trying to maintain her solid standing and footing, and she's trying to move out of this 4 of Swords. So she's gonna have to address a lot of sadness with leaving or with ending something in order to start another thing. If you guys know what's going on currently with this comes out a lot in her readings, or just Blackpink's readings, I should say. I've only done Lisa and her, and it came out for both. So it's definitely affecting them. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going, Spirit. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk to us with regards to, let's just see what else there is going on with regards to Jennie's career path right now. Is there anything else that we need to know? Justice, balance will come, and there also will be a ruling made in her favor. I'm hearing judgment in her favor. We have, interesting, this was coming out sideways almost, but this is the Devil, Capricorn energy, which can mean that her hard work is paying off. Yeah, Nine of Cups. Her hard work will pay off, and a judgment will be made in her favor where she can move on amicably. We have the 3 of Wands, and we have the World, and we have the 2 of Pentacles, balance. So things are going to come into balance, but this feels gradual. This doesn't feel like it's going to happen very quickly. I feel like she's going to have to then purvey or see her future ahead of her. Like once she severs the ties that she needs to, whatever this is in her life with regards to the contract, she needs to allow herself to move forward and then gradually maintain balance again. I feel like it's going to take her a second to maintain balance because her money is going to come through in a different way in some ways. But she's going to be happy. She's going to feel free is what I wanted to say, because the 9 of Cups makes me feel like she feels generous. She feels like satisfied. When you look at this 9 of Cups, this person has their hands, like their arms crossed. They're happy. They're content. I feel like she's going to get through this difficulty. What is something that we don't know about her career right now? What is something that we don't know? We have the Page of Wands. Interesting. I'm hearing that she wanted to start over for quite some time. Okay, we have, ooh, a lot of cards. A lot of cards. She is ready to keep, she's ready to keep it moving. We have the Page of Wands and the 2 of Cups. She already has a contract or something like that in place. It's been under wraps for quite some time because I'm feeling like there's another person that wants her in their contract. Are you guys aware of that? Yeah, there's a contract that she's already interested in because I just saw the courtship card. What would you like to say about this contract? Official person. She would be the official person in the contract, meaning she would have more power in this contract. Unexpected income and message of concern, family room. We also have expectation. And we have higher honor. She's going to come into a really great offer. If you guys aren't aware of this, it says pathway, sun, wealth, and community. She definitely is going to be having, and I'm hearing a new persona as well within this group, this new partnership that she's under. We have the 2 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. All of the indecision, all of the difficulties that she experienced in transitioning out is karma. Meaning the difficulties, right, where it's not just her difficulty. It's literally, she is doing something that I feel like a number of people wanted to do, in that they wanted to separate or sever ties in some way. This is something that I don't know if people know, so please let me know. But something about her doing something that many people have tried to do or felt stuck doing. So a lot of people decided not to leave them or leave a contract or to go into something new. And I feel like she's setting something. She's setting some precedent as well. I feel like Lisa as well was doing something where she was setting a precedent. And I feel like this is karma for the company. I hope that makes sense. Karma for the company, because they've been trying or doing something within the contract that people did not agree with. And there's something about her doing something that needed to happen in order for other people to then follow. Very similar to Lisa in that way. She may not do exactly what Lisa's doing, but I feel like she has another contract in place already. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? We have the Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters, slow and steady, seeing things from a new perspective and fighting for the truth, fighting for clarity, fighting for the right offer. So moving into the new contract, this has been prepared for some time, because when you see the Six of Swords, you're taking your family, and that takes time to move out of a situation with the Six of Swords and taking your family with you. That did not take like 1 minute. You had to bring everything with you. And I feel like even though we don't see the bags, bringing family with you takes more time than you leaving on your own. I feel like she left, and it might be a group of people that she left with, but she's moving steadily towards something else. Okay, and this has been something that it's probably been in her mind. Like, she's been aware of it, but she had to take the steps necessary and take time before she could decide. Like, they might have told her to sleep on it, to think about it, and she decided that she would take this route of moving forward and fighting for this. It was the best deal for her. I truly believe whatever this deal is that she's getting into, it was the best deal for her financially. But it would have been a fight. It likely was a fight. Okay. I'm hearing pigeonholed. I don't know. Either she was pigeonholed into this deal, or she was pigeonholed into the prior deal that she had. She just felt stuck in the past. I feel like now she has a pathway out of this situation. Thief, courtship. She's leaving like a thief in the night with this new courtship, and I'm hearing deceased. So I don't know, with this new partnership or this new contract, was there someone you guys will maybe know in the future? There was someone that passed away in this contract, or in this group, or in this record label, whatever this is. They're mentioning the deceased person in that group, and I don't know who that would be with this new contract. So like someone passed away in a certain group, and they're addressing that. An official person passed away, and then she took their place, something like that. Chariot. She moved right into their place. She's a very young energy in comparison to the people that she might be with in this record label. That's what I know. Or in this, whatever this contract is, okay? It's going to be really good for her. I hear reuniting when I see this card, and it's 111 right now. So I feel like she's going to reunite with some people through this contract. Some people that she might know. And it's going to be really fulfilling for her. Very fulfilling with the Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Three of Swords. Usually the Three of Swords is about disappointment, but I think she's really just trying to heal from some past disappointment here with this card. She's going to make more money. She's going to make more money soon too. Alright, let's keep it moving. With regards to love, Spirit, can we go into that? Let's go into Jennie in love. Let's get into what her trajectory is with her career path going forward. Spirit team. Death is on the bottom of the deck, which means like transformation, huge transformation. What is Jennie's trajectory at this moment in time? Which is something that can change, by the way. Free will is at play. Let's see what her current trajectory is based on her decisions, her decision-making process here. What is her trajectory? What is her trajectory? Feel that. Is there anything else, Spirit? Okay, let's get that. Alright, so she's speaking out. She's definitely speaking out. She's more outspoken, and I'm hearing Speak Now, which was a Taylor Swift album. I feel like she gained interesting. I feel like somehow Taylor's involved in this reading, and she's been involved because she's well known, as we know, and she's also like an artist as well. But for some reason, I don't know if they had like a talk or if they've ever seen each other, talk to each other, but I'm getting the sense that she felt really invigorated and really encouraged by the people of the music industry now in the US as well. I feel like Jennie is getting some courage or some encouragement from the people that are out there that have done this, that have been in the industry as well in other countries, not just the US. But I feel like Taylor has something to do with her decision to do something different. And this feels like it's for a number of artists in K-pop. They look at other artists within the US, not because of some weird superiority thing, that's not what I'm saying, but like just like an understanding between artists. Just as a lot of people have learned from K-pop artists. I feel like there's someone in the mix that helped her out that was from the US specifically. So with regards to her trajectory, we have Death. Literally the card that we got earlier at the bottom of the deck. This is about major transformation. She's going through a major metamorphosis. She is not going to look the same. I'm hearing channel. So I don't know if she's getting her own channel or she's going to be doing something like that later on. But she's going to be advancing, and she's going to be, there's going to be some things that you don't even expect. Management. She might become some kind of manager or be involved in management in some way as well. She seems like someone that would do that. I'm getting like a trailblazer energy with her. We also have the Nine of Swords. So she's going to be transitioning out of some heavy energies with regards to worry about the future and what's to come. Temperance is coming through as well. Temperance is about balance. So that's the third card coming through. I don't know, I'm getting this word S-A-N-I-C, and I don't know what that means, but I'm just getting S, like S-A-N, sand, sands. Something about that is significant. We have Ace of Wands. That's about moving forward and acting, inspired action towards something, and Two of Pentacles. So what we can expect on her trajectory is her gaining a lot of skill sets. She's going to be gaining momentum later. I feel like right now she's trying to clarify her mind, clarify her thoughts, like what she wants to do going forward. We're going to see more of her balancing and more of her like trying to broaden her horizons, but she needs to get balanced. To see temperance at the middle for her trajectory means that she's going to be able to move out of this energy and continually, I don't feel like it's gonna like go much higher, like go crazy. I feel like she's more so just gonna maintain her status, but you're gonna see her doing some different things. She's gonna be doing some really interesting things going forward. I just don't see her like it becoming something huge, bigger than what she is right now. This is like the next 2 years. This is feeling like we have the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Hermit. She's going to be doing a lot of work on the inside with her emotional health, her mental health. I feel like she's going to be focusing on balancing her mind, her body, and also her gifts. I don't feel like she's going to be doing as much outwardly as she is going to be doing what she's doing already, the same, and then focusing on her inner world more. The Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. She's going to be learning how to communicate and clarify and speak out about situations. And that's why I think I heard Speak Now. I feel like you're going to see her more in like vocal roles going forward. I don't think you're going to see her as, it's like you're going to see her more in like leadership roles. Does that make sense? Management type roles, like doing something where she's leading people. That's what I see her doing in the next 2 years. Yeah, let's just keep going. I'm hearing anarchy. Interesting. So she might be taking like even like a government type role, like speaking out about something in the government, justice system type role. Interesting. I think she's going to take on other roles. Okay. So are there any other archetypes that you'd like me to mention? Okay. Okay. Interesting. there anything else, Spirit? Okay, this one. So in regards to her light attributes in her career path, you're going to see her seeing through a lot of bullshit. She's going to be able to see past lies, like I said earlier. Remember I was saying, like, she's going to be seeing the truth of a situation. Look at this card, guys, and then look at the one we got for her career. She's going to be looking through windows. Like, she's going to be able to see people for who they are, truly for who they are, in the dark. So she's going to be able to really make a lot of informed decisions based on what she sees, because she has a lot of knowledge. And I'm hearing Alberta, so I don't know, like, if she's gonna go to school again, because Alberta University is coming through to mind, but something about that name is significant. But I'm also getting that she's just gonna be able to see things from a whole new light and perspective. And it's interesting that it's a book and a window. I feel like she's gonna be broadening her horizons with regards to her opportunities in the future, and she's going to be like going back to learning something, going back to maybe even school, going back to learning something. She has a book here. That's significant. Something about that is coming through. So that's for her career as well. Dilettante, focusing on her art, enjoying her art. We have delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. She's going to have a deep love for her art, deeper than she already has right now. We also have servant. She's going to be taking on things that she really enjoys, and she's not going to care as much about what people think about it. She's going to be doing what she really loves. And I'm hearing skin, like the skin she's in. I feel like she's going to shed an old layer of skin and come into something that she actually really loves and wants people to know about, or doesn't care if people care about it. Like, she's going to be doing it for her, right? Servant is coming through. We have delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. She wants to be someone who's free, humble, and loving towards people, and serving them with her gifts, with her art. So she wants to have this delight with regards to her execution. She wants to do it with a humble heart. She wants to continue to do it with a humble heart. She wants to let herself shine through, see that you guys can see who she truly is, and not what other people want her to be, because I feel like there are some projected things that were placed on her, and she's going to be taking those off. We also have child orphan. This is independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering the fear of surviving. So she's going to be looking at not just surviving, but on thriving. So there's something about her mentally going through that. You could physically have the money and the means and not feel like you're truly thriving. And she's going to start to heal and address the desire to thrive emotionally and physically. We also have artist, but we had it upside down, which means that they want us to see the shadow. That's using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as a starving artist to elicit pity. She has to be wary of trying to elicit any pity from people right now, because I feel like she's going through a lot mentally, and I feel like she might be tempted to talk about all of the things that she's going through, but I feel like she needs to trust in her own compass. You can talk about your things that are coming up in your life. I'm sure she has people she talks to, but I feel like she needs to not pity herself at this time, and they're telling us to be wary of that. As an artist, she needs to not pity the situation she's in, because she's not going to stay in that, but she needs to pick herself up and get out of that situation. We also have companion. That is loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. So she is a loyal, tenacious, very hardworking person. She's very unselfish. They want us to know that with regards to her career. I feel like she's gonna thrive so much, and she's gonna thrive in the US as well, like with certain like people that she teams up with and features with. Something like that is coming through. Mystic. Revels in intimate union with the divine. Okay, and then we have exacting appreciation and recognition for the help you offer. She has to be careful with expecting and wanting people to give her what she gives back, in the sense that you always want reciprocity in a relationship, but something about her needing to not expect people to be exactly like her or think exactly like her. That's like a temptation of hers, is to expect what she gives, but sometimes people can only give you what they can possibly give, and you determine that if it's enough for you, right? You don't have to stay in a situation where you don't feel like the person's giving you what you're giving. But if the person is not it's not like possible for them to give exactly what you give. They may give what they can. I feel like she needs to recognize like opportunities to help others, or opportunities to, for instance, in the industry, like if there's an artist that she likes but doesn't really put in all the work that she does, seeing the work that they're putting in and seeing it for what it is, and then determining if you want to work with that person. Something like that is coming through. She's going to be a guide for a number of people. And I'm also getting the word scam. She's going to be able to show people the truth of a situation and when they're being scammed. Something like that. Like when people are trying to use someone, she's going to help them. She's a teacher, naturally. She's a teacher, Jennie. She would be really good at teaching people stuff. Huge. Visionary as well. So she needs to be just wary of like, of trying to follow in anyone's footsteps, because she just doesn't have to. She really doesn't. She knows that she can do way more, and she will do way more. So that's what we have for career. I feel like that's gone on for a little bit. Please like, share, and subscribe if you guys like that so far. I need to say that more often because sometimes I forget as I'm channeling. But if you guys really enjoy this, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, and also feel free to let people know about this. Liking it is actually what helps people see this in the algorithm. Okay, most people, I'm a newer channel, so some people don't know that I do this. So let's get into love. With love, Spirit, what would you like to say in regards to love for Jennie? Whoa, that like went in and came back out. So there's someone that's backtracking, someone that she's expecting communication from that's backtracking. What would you like to say in love, Spirit? We have the 8 of Pentacles. I think she's focused mostly on work right now, and they're trying to reiterate that to me. She's working on her work right now more than anything. I feel like she's very hesitant and very like has her walls up with regards to love right now. Let's keep going. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about love? It feels like she's trying to hold on with regards to love. We have the Hierophant. Hierophant is learning lessons, and I'm seeing the word important here. So it feels like she's seeing herself as important. She's seeing her self-value and her worth more in love than she's ever seen before. And she's learning really big lessons about herself and what she stands for. She's coming from a higher perspective when it comes to love. She's not like trying to be naive when it comes to love. We have the Tower. Oh, interesting. So the Tower can also indicate like some shocking information as well. But we have the 4 of Wands, the World. Let me just fix my music here, guys. Okay. And we have the Page of Pentacles. She's finding joy right now, guys, in herself and in her craft, in her work, in her career, more than anything. I feel like love is making her feel this way. The 8 of Swords. I feel like she's really stuck in her head about it, and she's trying to like look at this from a higher perspective and trying to be patient, trying to be focused on what she really wants. I feel like she has an ideal. Her ideal is to come, it's like a mature person. She has an ideal for like her relationships, and she's not settling for it. So she's trying not to think about it. So interesting. That jumped. So we have the Sun, the 5 of Swords, the Temperance card, 3 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. She's trying to be more controlled, and she's trying to put herself forward. She's trying to spend this time right now working on her job, because she feels like this is the best time for her to work on her career before she gets into a relationship. Because I feel like once she gets into a relationship that's like really serious, once it's serious, she's planning on like going forward and getting married and doing all of those things. So she has her mind set on what's going on now in front of her, and she's trying to focus on that. So I'm just feeling her like energy. Her spirit team is like moving on. They're like, move on. But I'm trying to tell them, wait a minute. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to see if there's anything that they're willing to say. And I'm feeling like they're mostly just saying that she's fighting for happiness. She's fighting for her joy, and she's not going to settle for anything less. Okay, which is really awesome. So with regards to, let's see, what else is there to talk about, Spirit? Because I just see the Emperor at the bottom. She's trying to control her masculine energy is really focused on her career. With regards to the Queen of Pentacles, it's like she's trying to maintain generosity with regards to the openness. Like she's trying to remain open, but she's feeling like when she gets to thinking about someone or thinking about a relationship, she gets in this energy here. Okay, since we got into that, you know, love a little bit more, let's keep going. What is the situation surrounding love that you would like us to know, Spirit? Okay. So what is the situation surrounding love that we should know about? Okay, main male. So we have thief, toil and labor, and main male. Okay, so this is about a specific person. What's coming through is that she feels like this person's been taken away from her. This person is too focused, too busy right now with work. That's what I'm getting, straight as or plain as day. Thief, toil and labor, main male. Sudden wealth, community, unexpected income. Okay. She's actually at a place right now where there's someone that she is currently dating right now. I'm going to confirm that. Is there someone that Jenny's currently dating, Spirit team? Please confirm if that's the case. Okay, so they're saying she's actually, okay, so she's technically single. Nine of Pentacles is the single card. Bottom of the deck is the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, and the Empress. She's focusing on her abundance right now, and she's friends with this person. She has no title with this person. So is there an interest with regards to Jenny at this current moment in time, Spirit? Is there an interest? Is there an interest right now? Is there an interest right now? No, it's too heavy for her. Is there anything else you'd like to say? We have the Ten of Wands, the Nine of... Okay, so she's single. So right now, Jenny has decided to stay single. When I see the Hermit, that's about someone in isolation. That's someone that's not interested and right now is holding off on any person. Is Jenny's heart... Is she leaning towards any person in her heart space with regards to interest? We have the Page of Wands. She has an interest. But what's interesting is that whenever she thinks about this interest, she gets the Eight of Swords. She gets stuck in her head. This person really messes with her. And I feel like it's because she knows that she can't have something or doesn't think it's going to be wise to have something right now. So I'm going to try to get this card here. 1 second, guys. Because we have the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like karmic fate and destiny for her to have a relationship. But there's something here about her not wanting to focus on it right now. And look what fell. The Lovers. So she thinks that it's going to happen at an opportune time. She feels like right now any love would be an inopportune time. Not a good opportunity for her right now. And she's waiting. She's waiting for the right time. Her spirit team is very firm about this. So she has someone that she's interested in, but there's something about her moving away from this individual because of the scheduling of their lives. Toil and labor, she's working really hard and she feels like it's been stolen. The opportunity was stolen in some way. We have the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, which is notorious for moving towards a new opportunity, moving towards the idea of a relationship. The opportunity for a relationship came to Jenny and she ran away. She basically said, nope, I'm not interested. She ran away from a specific person, a King of Wands energy, and she manifested elsewhere. She manifested career. She manifested working towards more of her career path and less on any person right now. And I feel like this is kind of going into the realm of what I said, where she has an offer. Someone gave her an offer, but it makes her feel uncomfortable and unsure. She feels stuck when she's thinking about someone else, focused on someone else. So she feels like she's better off not. And that is why she's currently single. Okay, so she's currently single. I'm going to ask the question again. Not the same question. I'm going to ask a different question here. King of Wands energy, that's like a fire sign. That's like a Leo, Sag, or an Aries energy. It doesn't have to be someone that's a Leo, Sag, or Aries, but that's the way it's coming through. Okay, so let's get into this. Who is this main male spirit? Can you give us any insight into this main male? She's also trying to focus on thinking like a man in some respects with the Emperor energy, like focusing on like business. She's trying to be more business oriented here. Why is the main male here? Okay, we have the Seven of Wands, the Star, the King of Pentacles, and the Lovers. There's earth energy coming through as well. So there's like a kinder earth energy coming through. So there's two energies, two people here. There's a fire sign who's a Leo, Sag, or Aries, and then there's an earth sign who's a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This energy, when I saw this King of Pentacles come in, was real sweet and real soft. Very, very loving energy with the Six of Pentacles. This person, wow, six of cups, 2 of cups, and the Strength. This person could also be a Leo. What's interesting is Leo energy is here. Now that first person, the King of Wands, could be the Leo, but I feel like there's someone else here, like that earth sign that I'm getting. This person has a really loving energy towards Jennie. Please let me know if you guys know anyone that's either a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo that might be this person. So I touched base on Taehyung. I don't know what sign he is. So I'm not even going to pretend like I remember everything I say, because I like to channel and then leave it. So I remembered going into Taehyung and Jennie, and I do still believe, and whatever you guys saw in that reading, I still believe. I just feel like Jennie decided to focus on her career and left the situation. 3 of Swords came through. So is the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands Taehyung? Is the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands Taehyung? We have the King of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. That says yes. There's someone here. Wow. We had the King and now we have the Queen of Swords. That's a pair, guys. So she has some relationship to 2 people, but she is not interested in pursuing anything because she's focused on her career right now. So I'm feeling like this King of Pentacles is the person that's coming through as Taehyung. Let's go into it. What about G-Dragon? Spirit team. Let's get into it. Is there... Okay. G-Dragon and Jennie. I don't know anything about them personally, so let's start from the beginning. Okay. Let's just get all of this stuff out. Let's move all of this out of the way. We need all the cards we can get, so I'm going to take all of these. We need to have clarity. So I'm under the impression, please correct me if I'm wrong, that G-Dragon and Jennie dated in the past. Whether it was a rumor or they actually dated, let's just see. Spirit team. What is Jennie's current energy towards G-Dragon? What is her external feelings towards G-Dragon? External. What is her internal feelings? Internal towards G-Dragon. What is... Oh, this is interesting. This is like an overall energy. And then we're going to look at G-Dragon. I feel like this is his. This is his. So that's going to be on the side. What is his external feelings towards Jennie? What is G-Dragon's external feelings towards Jennie? Okay, what is his internal feelings towards Jennie? What is his, anything else? I feel like this is meant to be there. Interesting. So at the bottom of the deck, guys, we have the 4 of Cups, the Chariot, and we have the 10 of Swords. Something ended and it was not as nice. It was not as comfortable. It was not as good. Sometimes you can end a relationship amicably, but look at these cards. Just get a feeling for these cards, guys. You see one person pinned down and you see another person not interested or like feeling uninterested in taking that cup. You see how their arms are crossed? Something didn't end well for one or both parties. The Ten of Swords means that it was a painful ending, and the Four of Cups meant that someone stopped caring before the ending of the relationship, or before the ending of whatever this is between her and G-Dragon. There was like this sense of not being satisfied, not being at peace with each other, and that is what resulted in this ending and demise, is what I'm hearing. So someone stopped caring, someone stopped putting energy into this relationship, someone stopped doing their work, like due diligence as a boyfriend or as a girlfriend, and that is what resulted in the end of this relationship. And it feels like G-Dragon stopped doing it. That's what it feels like. So that's what we have at the bottom, right? Let's look at Jennie. What does she externally feel towards him? Externally, she feels like he's someone that you can look up to, someone that she can, with a Hierophant, someone that she thought highly of or thinks highly of. Externally, she respects him. She sees him. Is he older? I'm not sure, but I'm getting older energy, like he's an older person in her life. She respects him. She admires him for who he is. This is how she acts externally towards him. So respect is coming through as her external feeling towards him. The Hierophant can also indicate a relationship. So externally, it can also say that she recognizes whatever they had and she respects him still. What does G-Dragon feel externally towards her? We have the King of Pentacles. That means he feels like she's a very rich individual. He feels very giving and very generous towards her. In many ways. And I'm getting the elephant archetype, which is a creature that is very well known for not forgetting. So he feels like he's like not a forgetful person. He respects her. He's generous towards her. He's kind. Mostly generous in his energy towards her, meaning he would help her out if she needed something. These two feel like very respectful energies. Yeah, I just feel like G-Dragon feels like he has a lot to give in regards to external energy. Like he would support, say kind things towards her in public and different things like that, and she feels like she sees him as a highly respected person. What is her internal feeling towards him? We have the World and the High Priestess. She knows that something has transitioned between the two of them. When you see the High Priestess, that's about your intuition. She feels like intuitively towards him. This is usually like a watery energy. I think of Cancer energy when I think of that, the sign Cancer. She feels really strongly that the relationship or whatever they had was intuitive and it was meant to be. It was meant to be, but also the World means that she's transitioned. The World means that something has ended and she's moved on. That's what I'm getting strongly. With G-Dragon, his internal vibe, he sees her as the Queen of Wands. He sees her as a powerful woman. He sees her as a powerful, admirable, independent woman. That's a really good thing because it means that he respects that about her. He doesn't, I don't feel like anything, I feel like with these two and with relationships in general for Jennie, I feel like most of them broke or disbanded or ended because of work. Primarily because of scheduling, because of how busy they get. I feel like that strongly. I don't feel any disrespect between them. Okay, so let's keep it going. What's the overall energy for Jennie? Looking at the future, looking at her horizons, she decided emotionally to look elsewhere. So regardless of what happened between them, when I see the World, that means that she's moved forward, she's moved on, she's involved in a new cycle, she's moved on. When I see the Two of Pentacles or the Two of Wands, I should say that's saying that she's looking at and surveying her options. And we had the World, so she's looking at the world, she's looking at her future, she's looking at what opportunities lay before her, and she's not looking back, so she's looking forward to the future. What is his overall energy? We have Justice. He feels like what happened was meant to happen, and he feels like he understands. I'm getting the sense that G-Dragon felt like he understood why she left. For some reason, I'm getting that Jennie is the one that it's like G-Dragon, I'm feeling, was the person who was not as involved or putting as much effort into the relationship towards the end, and that's what caused the ending. And I feel like he respects that and he understands that and he's balanced. He's okay. regardless, at the end of the day, I'm feeling very strongly that the Justice card means that was karmic justice. And he understands why she did what she did, or why why they are no longer either seeing each other, or why they no longer are seen around each other. He gets it. Okay? So I'm just getting that there's peace between them. When I see the next two cards, let's see what they are. We have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups. I feel like she's moving on to another partner. Or someone else is in her midst, but she is still not ready to create a relationship. She's not ready for another relationship. So she's focusing on herself right now, but there is someone that's been trying to provide some kind of love and to pour that love out for her. So let's look at any other people. Let's look at Taehyung one more time. One more time, meaning I did that in the last reading, and I'm going to do it again here. I like to always confirm what I get. So I'm getting the Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's a very young, boyish energy about him. And I feel like Jennie is the Queen of Pentacles, where she's looking at him and she's very amused. But she's also very generous and open to him. They communicated in the beginning a lot. I feel like right now they're not because of work. Just like we got earlier with the energy saying that she was toiling and laboring. I feel like she's focused. She's really focused on her work. So let's just look at Taehyung. What is his external vibe towards her? Let's go. Let's get the energies out from the last reading. What is Taehyung's external feelings towards Jennie, Spirit? Okay, we have one card. What is Taehyung's internal feelings towards Jennie? What is Jennie's external feelings? What is Jennie's external feelings towards Taehyung? This one felt like it should come out, but I want another one. Okay. What is Jennie's internal feelings towards Taehyung? Internal. Wow. Okay. And what is the overall energy between these two? What's Taehyung's overall energy? Okay. And what is Jennie's internal or overall energy? Okay. Bottom of the deck for these two, for Taehyung and for Jennie, is the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Magician. Wow, what a hopeful energy between these three. Because when you see the Three of Pentacles, that's friendship. That's, at the end of the day, them having a very, very strong bond and a strong foundation. Friendship means a lot to her, Jennie specifically. Eight of Wands means moving very quickly. The Magician typically is about creating whatever it is that you want to create, having the creative power and the creative ability to make something, whatever you want to make it. So there's a lot of freedom in this energy with these two already. I feel like they're focused mostly on their careers, but there's like this hope where there's this energy of friendship that never changes. So let's keep going. What is Taehyung's external vibe towards Jennie? Wow, okay. We have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is the energy of soulmate connection, having a very strong feeling towards someone, having a very strong connection. It could be a strong friendship, like we were just saying, a strong connection romantically, but this is feeling connected to someone at the end of the day. You cannot pretend that this is not coming out twice for these guys. We had a reading for them through in Taehyung's reading, and it's coming up again as him feeling externally the Two of Cups. What is Jennie feeling externally? We have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the Two of Pentacles. Externally towards him, she's trying to maintain balance, like I was saying earlier. And I feel like when it comes to opportune timing, she's waiting for the opportune time to actually think about anyone. Like, I feel like she's so focused on her own self that she's balancing herself out. She's focusing on herself primarily, but he's letting her know, I feel this towards you externally. With regards to Taehyung's feelings internally, we have the Page of Pentacles. That's an interest in friendship. Internally, he feels like he's a friend to her. He feels like he's willing to start something, because the page is usually someone who starts something new and starts a relationship in any capacity, like friendship, starting a partnership, starting to learn about someone. He's open to learning about Jennie and getting to know her. At the end of the day, he is a friend to her. Internally, how does she feel about him? Guys, we have the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Swords. She feels like he's family. She feels like he's home. And we have the Ace of Swords. And you guys, you saw me shuffle that. I don't pretend. This is definitely the energy that I'm getting. So they have a lot of love for each other. Cups, two. We didn't get this with G-Dragon, unfortunately. I just say that, unfortunately, because I don't know any of them. But I always like to see 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, something like Cups, because that tells me there's love there. And I feel like there's like this energy of hope with this reading. When we look at their overall energy, we'll make a final thing, spread for their situation, and then we're going to move on, okay? But overall energy for Taehyung is the Nine of Swords. He's feeling the Nine of Swords energy and worry about her. So I feel like he's feeling really stuck in his head. He's feeling really cornered because he wants to pursue a friendship. How can he do that if she's not interested, right? You can try to be a friend to somebody, but I feel like he's taking it a little bit, it's like he understands, but he's also taking it a little bit hard. Between the two of them, the fact that they can't see each other. And this is what I got in the last reading, and it just is what it is. The cards are saying that he's feeling overwhelmed and sad and burdened, and he's feeling like he can't sleep because of this, because he doesn't feel like he's getting to show what he feels on the inside towards her. What is she feeling? Judgment. She feels, and I feel like she is the one, Jennie is the one that called the shots with this and said we cannot do this. And that is why she is currently single. I feel like she decided in her heart what was best for her mental and physical health, and that was to focus on herself and her career. Judgment came where she spoke to him, and that produced this. The blowing of the trumpet is like telling someone something and being honest. They communicated about this already, but he's feeling sad and weighed down by that. What is the situation between these two before we continue on into archetypes? Expectation, concern. What is the energy in the situation between these two? Wow, despair wanted to come out. What is the situation between these two, Spirit? We have message of concern twice, guys. Child. Is there anything else? Marriage. Whoa, okay. We have family room. What the? Whoa. Okay. Hold on. We have expectation coming through. Concern. So there's an expectation of some concern. We have concern twice, guys. So there's expectation, concern, message of concern. Marriage, which is sideways. Child, upright. Family room. And then we have unexpected income in reverse. Gift, mature man, main female. Oh my gosh. These two, you guys, no one in tarot, I don't think anyone really can just make things come out the way they want them to. And in two different readings, I'm getting the same message. They are interested in longevity. And I said that in the beginning of the reading, right? You guys remembered me saying that she wants all or nothing. Like she's interested in something when she's ready. And I'm getting the energy of her focusing on an expectation of this. Marriage, child, family, and then something about money being necessary, which we already know. Logically, you need money for that. So I'm getting the sense that she's focusing on her career, but she's feeling like money is evading her for anything. So she's trying to focus on money primarily. Despite someone being rich and famous, you have to understand that they also have to maintain the funds that they have. You put a lot of money in when you're rich. You have to put a lot of money into stuff. And most celebrities, I would go as far as to say, a lot of them don't have as much as you think because they are focused on their name. Their name is what gets them in the door for a number of opportunities. And sometimes the money is not there because they have to spend that money, said money, especially when they're in a group. You guys have to divide and divvy up the money unless you have some solo projects and such that you're doing. So she's really focused on her money, her income right now, her career. There's concern about that. She's not ready to do that until she feels like she's stable. Is she a Capricorn? I'm just getting stable. Like, she wants to maintain stability. That's what she wants at the end of the day. And she feels like that would, anything after that, like family, marriage and such, is a gift to her. And she wants a mature man. End of story. Regardless of who it is, she wants this. So what we're getting between these two, Taehyung and her, is that they are focused on the future and they're not willing to start something unless they have that. Am I hearing this correctly? Please confirm that. And I'm getting the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the Death card, the 7 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. There's a lot of illusions that they need to clear out with regards to their future, and they want to focus on controlling things, like making sure they're doing things the right way. So what I'm getting is that there's something between these two. Their energy is completely different from G-Dragon's. So my camera kind of died there, but yeah, we have that answer coming through for Taehyung and for Jennie, and then also for G-Dragon and Jennie. So I want to look at what we're getting with regards to love. Samaritan is here. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. I feel like she ends up being the Samaritan in love with regards to people that she ends up dating. She feels like a very generous and giving person. Capricorn energy coming through. We also have Saboteur, which is that. Saboteur is the energy of someone who needs to see when they sabotage situations in their relationships or in their lives. So there's some self-destructive behavior, since we had it upside down, some self-destructive behavior that she needs to be aware of, or the desire to undermine people. So when she's in a relationship, I feel like she has some things to heal with regards to her relationships. Is there anything else? Sabotaging relationships is fairly normal. It's not a good thing, but it's definitely not, it's not unique. Destroyer. She tends to burn bridges when she feels really hurt, or when she feels like you're not putting the attention and the affection to her. Understandably, she goes cold and she ends the relationship. Let's look at what she's healing in love before we close. Okay? Self-love. That's a huge one. Loving herself and understanding that she is enough, that she doesn't have to sink to the level of other people. We have teaching, learning lessons, big lessons, karmic lessons with regards to her power and what she's looking for, like looking for the best. She's really growing in her self-love and her potential for what she really wants in a relationship, and she's not settling for anything. We have letting go of the past. I feel like this has to do with other people, like G-Dragon, for instance. If there was anything between them, she let go of that. There's this energy of her distancing her energy, but respecting the individual, regardless. Masculine energy. She's healing masculine energy. She's learning what masculine energy looks like within herself, and then also within her relationships. So she needs to look at that within before she can look at that outside of herself. So that's what I'm getting really strongly for her. Is there anything else here before we close? I think that's it. Yeah, so we're done. New beginnings at the end of the deck. So expect a lot with her career path, as we mentioned earlier. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching this long video. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe. Doing so will help people find this in the algorithm. But until next time, you take care, and I'll see you soon.